You're set. Good. I'm glad you're set. Welcome everybody. You moved your camera. Did you move
Hey,
your camera or did you move yourself in your seat? You'll know. You know.
now
That's good. That's lovely.
I can adjust my position with 10-second delay.
Ah, yes, of course. No problems. Do you want? Do you
Now
want?
I will.
Do you want me to
Now I
fix
will.
it for you?
No, 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 no.
G'day everyone.
Listen, people.
Yes, there's,
Sorry.
there's people that have been patient. Look at it. It's 11 minutes past.
Yes, yes. That's the kind of stars we are. We get all the yellow M&Ms, and people wait for us.
Ah, I see. Well,
Yes,
four people have waited for us. I wouldn't be
yeah.
bragging so much. Okay, so
But the best, those are the best four.
the best
Don't
four.
forget that.
Late
Yes.
Ivan, yes. Oh no, Joe Paddock is here, and Joe is having a gooey morning. He say
Gooey?
goo morning, instead of good.
Oh,
His D key doesn't work on his
what what
he
what happened to your back, JT?
ah. I got a green screen. I
That
decided.
that only I can see that.
Well,
The rest of the people thinks that you're like a cartoon now.
yes, Cartoon Man. That's me. So let's go. Here we go. Kathy knew I got a green screen because when I met
So
with
we have only surprised 75% of our
yeah,
audience
correct. Yes, that's right.
this
Three
week.
three people didn't know.
Yeah, you should join our Instagram account to not miss these details.
Oh yeah,
If it
true.
happens, we don't
Uh,
have one.
so let me turn it off. We go here. Where are we? JT Master filters. Oh my god, that's hard work.
Get ready, like this is Corridor Digital and us. We are
Uh,
picking in
well,
visual effects.
actually, that hasn't worked at all. Doesn't matter.
I should try to tweet the Corridor Digital people to just join us now so they can see what you are going to do now.
Who are you going to ask?
Corridor, do you know the people at Corridor Digital, like in kind of digital effects on YouTube? They are kind of
Oh,
big.
okay. No. There you go. Green screen.
Are you green screening a green screen?
No. I'm
Because that's not the same green screen.
It
That's not
is.
the same green.
I know you're seeing a better representation. OBS is treating the green screen. It's going, oh, I know what that
Oh,
is, and it's keying automatically. Anyway, it's just a bit of fun. Who is here? I will say hello. Fernando, Kathy, Ewan, Jordan, Joe, 3D Printing Revolution, which is Sam Taylor. Welcome. Mike, never let the machines win. He's here. Excellent. Oh, Jeff Slater as well. Good to see. All right.
Hi everyone. Yes.
Yes, hi
Yeah.
everyone. Exactly. Spacers.
Spacers. Yes. Yes. Well, we have a theme today that is a bit different that than that we usually talk about.
Yeah,
3D printers.
a little bit
But I
different.
was the other day thinking and say, I've seen the latest iPhone 11. I have a Galaxy Note 9. I've seen the Galaxy Note 10. I've seen this. I think it's not Andy Rubin, the other guy. One of those guys from Google or Android or anything. They have come up with a new phone that is like a TV remote. That is kind of an enlarged phone. And I was thinking, those are all glass rectangles. Those are all the freaking same. I remember there was a time where you could see someone's phone and say, that's that.
Of
That's
course.
a Motorola Razr or a V3, or that's a, you could say that's an iPhone. You could say that's an iPhone. Now, if you see in the same table at 1 meter distance an iPhone, a Galaxy, or whatever, Oppo, Honor, Huawei, those are all rectangles. And it's kind of, hey, 3D printing revolution. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to distinguish them. And the last time when I was trying to buy this phone, the only thing that made me buy this phone is the pen, nothing else. I was like, there is nothing that can distinguish one phone from another, and nothing gets me like stoked, kind of excited to buy a new phone now. Apart from like having to buy a phone because your phone is crappy and works terrible, it's not kind of like wanting to or being excited about buying a phone. So I want first to talk about what had the phones in the past. Like you had, like I remember the first phone that I had was a Motorola. I cannot remember the model, but it had a cover for the keys, and it had a physical keyboard. It was a phone, not a smartphone.
Okay,
Do you remember
so
first?
is it a handheld?
You could hold it with your hand.
Okay,
That's what
because
it means.
my first phone, mobile phone, was two bricks with a thing
What?
yeah,
Really?
and it clipped into the car. So this is
Oh,
19. I want to say 89, 90, something like that.
and did it have a lead acid battery, or it was?
Well, yeah, it was just a battery. That's what it was.
But
It was
it was
huge.
a lead battery,
Oh, it was heavy.
not.
It was heavy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it used to clip into the car. I think it was a Philips, actually.
Really. Yeah, but like that one was distinguishable from any other phone. Like and back then there were flip phones, clamshell phones that you could
Yeah.
close, or they had like sliding keyboard, and you could distinguish them. Like they were authentic, they were different, they had colors and things. So, what's the if anyone in the chat knows, what's the most say different phone than the rest right now?
So what's the
That the,
most unique in its own right?
yes. What is the phone now that if you see it, like I will say, if you see it from the farthest, what's the one that is most distinguishable? Like I could tell that because there is. Do you remember the banana phone, the one from the Matrix?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They are redoing that now as a smartphone,
Oh, okay.
and you can buy that one now. And I think that's kind of like, yeah, I could get one of those, but they are rubbish. They work terrible. Like I'm not willing to trade a fine functioning phone for the looks or any other function. But that's something that I could really like. And right now, it's not that the phones that we have are perfect, because if you get, does anyone have like a phone which has a battery that can last the entire day no matter what?
We'll wait for the
Because
delay.
I don't think that exists.
Yeah. G'day James, Rushmere 3D, hey Daffyd, Tetra 3D Print, 3D Guzna, hello. Yep.
And there is well, I will tell you about that.
So
Later.
there's a lot
But
of there's a lot of people in here that is using notes. You've got the note. Which one have you
yes,
got? 9 or 10?
the 9.
9 with the
The
pencil.
last one with a hole for your 3.5 millimeter jack.
Ah, okay, all right.
The last one. Yeah. Yeah, but a 3D Maker Joe Paddock says that the S10 Plus works for him the entire day. But turning settings down, lowering the screen brightness, but there is like, who in here or how many people would rate, like, because you have one phone that is the S10 and the S10 Plus. The difference between those is the screen size. But there is not a battery plus. For example, like one that comes with 20,000 milliamp hour battery. That is double the thickness or triple the thickness, but you know that you can go the entire day with it.
Yeah, so
Because not everybody is carrying the phone in the pocket, for example.
yeah, well, I sit at the desk most of the day, so my battery is always full by the end of the day because I don't use it.
Yeah.
All right, so it's not a fair comparison. There are people with Apple phones, for example, that have the bump on the back. This is not a battery. All right, that looks like a battery, but it's not. It's actually a credit card
a
holder.
wallet.
It's a credit card holder thing, which I won't show my credit cards, but there's the
No?
card. No.
Show me the numbers.
Yeah, show
I
me
can
the
see the numbers. I can see numbers there.
Actually, that's my tram ticket, so that's all right.
Okay. I
But
can see numbers there.
so yeah, in regard to Apple, they've got a case which is adding on as a battery. Right?
The one that has a rectangle in the middle that is ugly as.
It is ugly, yes.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing at all. But because they continue to use sealed units. Oh, actually, is the Note a sealed unit, or can you change the battery?
Yes, it's waterproof.
Oh, okay. All right, good.
So it has to be sealed.
All right. Well then, okay.
Yeah.
G'day, Brian. Yes, we will start again.
Yeah.
No, we won't.
Yeah. The S10 Plus has a smaller battery than the A70. Come on. But that might be because the LED screen. Because if you use this screen, only uses power when it is light up, but it's not backlit. It's pixel lights, I think, something like that. So it uses less battery on the screen, on black mode, or something like that. But yeah.
The question I'm going to ask the chat then: does anybody actually have a battery extender? Does anybody need
question.
or carry like a USB battery with them on the basis that they know their phone is going to run out all day, or every day?
In my case, whenever I have to go on a trip or what, I always bring with me a battery. Always.
Yeah. G'day, Thomas. 3D printing the llama. AMOLED, Samsung make phone. Yep.
Really?
She's on Facebook all day. Yeah, Facebook is a bit of a battery hog. Sam, 3D Printing Revolution used to have one from China. Kathy's got one at work. Okay, so now I guess most of us are near a USB jack during the day.
Yeah.
So
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Well, I have with me a list of this is going to be kind of a sales pitch. Which one of these features would any of us want it on a phone? For example, I have an insane case of an almost 1,000 euros phone, because if it falls from any distance or in any surface, it will break. And I've called myself that in Spanish, but that's mandatory destructiveness. Okay?
Yep.
If you have a phone like mine, which is all glass, and it falls in any surface, it will break. As any phone during its life will fall at least once, I'd say that they want our phones to break somehow. Because is there anyone in here that has never, whose phone has never fallen? Rephrase that for me.
No, you said it right. Is there anybody whose phone hasn't fallen, or do you want to know whose has fallen but not broken?
No,
They're
no.
two different.
Which has fallen, because if you have a phone that is on the cheap range and is more than 2 years old, it will not break. It's like the Nokia 3110. But any high-end phone, which is the trend that all the phone makers are following, like the new cheaper phones will be like the now expensive phones will follow that trend.
I've never broken a phone. I've dropped a phone. I claim that I don't drop a phone. All right. Although the other day I did find a giant crack. Oh yeah, you can see it. Crack right there on my case.
Yes.
All right. Which means
that
clearly
could
I've
be.
dropped it.
Yes. But the thing is, you dropped it with a case.
I've agreed.
The thing is, if you had that incident without the case, you would have no phone probably right now, or a cracked one.
Yes.
Because there is a lot of people that have cracked screens that keep using the phones because changing the screen is really expensive. So I would like to have this feature on phones that is mandatory undestructiveness.
Okay.
So make your phone at least as tough as this one.
Yeah, but that's got a case, no?
Yes. Do the hardening part of the phone on the phone and not with an external case.
Ah, okay. So a built-in case.
No, hardened case.
I understand. Hardened shell. Yeah. I get it.
I know there are military specs phones, and Samsung makes one, but then you see the specs of the phone and they are shitty because they have to do it like in some way that I don't know what's their reasoning. So, like, imagine that you are going to buy a phone and you have the iPhone 11 and the iPhone 11 indestructible, and it's 100 euros more.
Yeah,
I will definitely.
Brian has said ruggedized is the word you're looking for, as opposed to indestructible. Well, indestructible would be okay. Or
what I would say is if you buy a hammer, you will never expect the hammer to fall on the floor and break. Never.
That's true.
Right? If you have a wallet and it falls in the floor, you will never expect for it to break. If you have a bottle of water and it falls in the floor, you will never expect it to break.
Yeah.
A hammer can be broken, a wallet can be broken, and a bottle of water can be broken. If you start talking to phone companies about ruggedized, they will make an insanely thick, full of rubber phone that fits no pocket, and that's of no good use. I could put this in a how do you call these fluffy things that you put in the sofa? You rest your head in.
Pillow.
Cushions.
Yeah, cushion.
Pillow.
Yeah.
You could put this inside of a cushion. It will never break, but it's not practical. Like if you pass into the consumer the hassle or the not uncomfortability, that's cheating. I want that's cheating. I want a phone that looks nice but doesn't break. It doesn't have to be glass or shiny. It has to fit in my pocket, and if it falls on the floor, I don't have to no heart attacks if it falls.
Yeah, I'm loving Sam's comment. He's ruined two phones the same way. They fell out of my pocket as I got in the car and stuck in the door as I slammed it shut.
Whoa! And then I imagine when that happens, you hear some Street Fighter final boss noise like. Dead from cardboard!
It's finished. Yeah.
Yeah, the only phone that I've ever broken was I was in my bike and I had it in my jacket pocket. It fell and it didn't break, and was in the road, and I parked the bike, went back running for it, and cars kept coming, but the phone kept going through the two wheels of the car each
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And when I got to where the phone was in the road and cars kept coming, I stood too near the road. One of the cars got scared, thought that I was going to jump, severed, and went
He
straight
ran
to the
over the
phone.
phone.
Oh, kind of like the slow motion death of the phone.
Oh my
So
god.
who's with me? Who's with me? Mandatory and destructiveness on phones.
All right,
No more cases.
all right,
No more
all
cases.
right.
No more.
Let's have a chat poll.
Everybody chant.
Who
Everybody chant.
who wants a phone that is virtually indestructible from the manufacturer? Okay.
But
Brian, you can
I
say I like cases between comments if you wish. That'll make
yes,
it.
please. Yes, please. Okay, I have more. Have you seen?
Hang on, Ivan. You're going to lose this one, by the way.
Yeah. Of course, I'm
We
going
we
to
don't
lose
we
it.
don't care. Or some of
Yeah,
us that are careful don't care. Yeah.
I like
Okay.
us. I like my phone. I
Go on.
like
I'm looking at the list.
Okay. I have okay. Have you seen the new fate, like the thing that is on fashion now, with Samsung with the Galaxy Fold, that has been followed with one year in advance announcement of a release of a phone from Microsoft that is going to make not a foldable phone, but two phones on a hinge,
Okay. Do they
which
talk
is
to each other?
that's where my question on Twitter from a couple of weeks ago comes from,
Ah.
because I
Okay.
asked, is there any way of using an Android phone as a second screen from an Android phone? Because then I can do a 3D printed case with a hinge and use two Android phones as a single phone, one as a slave. But then I thought, okay, I can use two screens for two phones independently, like watching a YouTube video and making notes in the bottom phone. So I might even be tempted to do that. Make a foldable phone from two cheap phones.
You could
Probably
do
has.
because it's Android. You could do VNC. Oh no, that wouldn't be what. Unless you can do screen extender.
Yeah, something like that. Yes. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
um,
Fernando. It's not a real thing now because they fold. But if they are two phones, the technology is there. It's just a matter of making a slight alteration on the operative system.
yeah.
Sorry, it interrupted you.
Galaxy Fold, yeah, failed. Yes, we know.
No, but they are back at it
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah. They are. Um,
It's now shittier than before, but
uh,
it seems that it doesn't break instantly.
you and Todd is saying it's one phone with two screens, not two independent phones.
The
You and
Microsoft one.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
what we're about to
It's the
clarify.
same. Yeah, yeah. It's the same phone on two screens. But as there is a hinge with a line in the middle,
Yeah.
if you want to see, for example, a movie on both screens, you still will have the line in the middle.
Ah, okay. So the bezel is
So
there.
yeah,
All right.
so they did the part from folding phones that nobody was asking for,
Yeah. And Sam's
like
saying let
not
us print our own
not having.
cases, which is what you just said. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd print your own
I have
case.
I have many clones. Like my parents buy the same phone, both of them. Until this one, I've been buying the same phone with my wife every time. So I have lots and lots of phones in couples,
Yep.
but I have the same phone twice. So which is not even necessary. So yeah. Having a nice folding phone, that's something that I will fancy. It will be different.
So
Yeah.
is that more beneficial than a tablet? Well, yes, because you can put it in your pocket, obviously, because you keep going.
Yes.
You keep saying, "I've got to put it in my pocket." Okay.
Yeah. Like, I don't really care much about how thick my phone is a phone, because my wallet will always be thicker, because my wallet right now, as it is like 3 phones thicker.
I understand. That's why I don't carry a wallet. That's why I
Yeah.
have
But
5 cards, and if
yeah.
someone says got to pay
Ca-
cash, I say
ca-
sorry, let me go to a bank.
really?
I don't have
That's
cash
nice.
typically.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you will
Maybe
not fight
20
it.
bucks, but not you know, not like giant wads of cash that you've clearly got in your wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I have too many things that I don't need in my
I
wallet.
understand that too.
Yeah. Yeah. Next feature. 20-watt RMS speakers. Like
Oh,
if I no,
go! What?
go.
How ridiculous! What
What?
you want you want a movie theater in a phone?
Yes. I
No,
have I have an insane screen. Insane. This is better than my TV. And it has two shitty phones. At least make it a little bit bigger. Give it a little bit of hollowness inside to have a nice sound, and make it sound decently. Like and having like bass and having all
but
the
but
frequency
but
range.
but headphones, head
No, no. If you want to see a video with someone, two headphones.
TV.
No, if you are in the
I
street
I
and you want
well,
other
what are
people
you
on the street.
what are you watching a movie on the street with some stranger?
No, I didn't say it's stranger.
You say to your wife,
Excuse me,
listen, honey,
stranger. If you want to,
I think it's time we watch a movie.
my first 1,000 subscribers, I got them like that, approaching
Oh, good.
strangers on the street and showing my videos on the phone.
Okay,
That's,
good.
this is advice for incoming YouTubers. Approach strangers on the street, show them your videos,
Show them your
and
home
make
movies.
them make them subscribe there. Don't if they say to you, "Oh, I will subscribe later," don't believe them. They
No,
don't.
no,
You
don't
have to
believe
make
them.
them subscribe.
Clearly, they're crazy because Anyway, the reason this whole thing is seems silly to me, the audio side. Yes, you've got a good screen. I get it. I won't watch content on a phone unless I'm absolutely desperate.
What about listening to music?
Headphones. Back to my
The shower.
shower.
Yes.
No, shower is
Why?
meditation, calming time.
I like to sing in the shower.
You
I
can
will deny
sing.
that.
You don't need phone, and you don't need 20 bloody what
Yes, I do.
20
No,
watt
I need my
speakers.
good music. Yeah.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. The Note 9 has pretty decent speakers, but still.
Guzna's watching us on mobile. That's okay. It's YouTube. It's not a video. It's not like a movie.
Yeah. No, really.
Uh, Ewan watches YouTube in the shower. I don't know if that's meant to be funny or he's saving time or
Creepy.
don't know.
No,
I
I have a I have a Bluetooth speaker, but I think Bluetooth speakers are another thing that smartphones could kill.
okay.
They have eaten all the rest of the technologies like alarm clocks and not get just radios, and so that will be another thing. Yeah, I have another one. I have another one. This is even funnier. Instead of adding more lenses to a phone, like 1, 2, 3, 4, this one has 5 cameras because there is one 3D with lasers that
Yes.
fries your retina. The phone, when you are trying to set up the iris scanner, says in the screen, don't use it on kids. I think it's under 12 years old, and don't put it nearer than 20 centimeters from your face.
Oh,
That's
so
really scary.
it's legitimately doing something. Oh,
Laser thing pointing at
ah.
this disconnected. It's forever. I don't want that.
So
But
who is
instead,
that? Which manufacturer?
Samsung.
Is that a different technology? Apple's using infrared.
Yeah, but infrared is the wavelength,
I
not the light
understand,
technology.
but would you consider it laser? Because you use the word laser.
I think it's laser.
Well, it's
It's
light.
it says that can damage your whatever.
Yeah, your
It
bits.
looks weird. I
Okay.
will research that and never reach to you about that again ever. Like I will research it and never say anything.
Okay, cool.
I will keep it for me. You will
Dan,
have to read my face.
We'll read your memoir. It'll be in the
Oh
memoir.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Daffod is
Every I,
saying.
it's
Sorry, go on. Go. Go. Go.
the title of my memoir is going to be every tool is a hammer was already taken, so I had to find another title for my book.
Every screwdriver is a hammer.
No, my title is going to be every
Oh,
tool
every
is a
tool
hammer.
hammer
It's
is already
already
taken.
taken, so I had to the
Gotcha.
entire thing.
Very good. Yes, Daffod was saying he watched the last JTOG on his phone while he was out doing the groceries. There.
Nice.
Daffod, did you have headphones or were you bothering everybody in the supermarket?
Who is that Spanish guy talking that shit
Yeah,
English?
and
Yeah.
that loud Aussie phone hammer. Your phone hammer, yeah. This is why Ivan wants a not ruggedized, indestructible phone.
Yeah, yeah.
He wants to hit
So
8 millimeter rod into
yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But imagine like, would be awesome. Yes. Yeah.
Fernando's rooting for Skynet.
Oh,
If you
yeah,
read
yeah.
the comment,
Skynet.
it's coming.
Yes, I will say that this on rock. Skynet for the win. Skynet.
Okay.
You never know.
Okay. So he was holding the phone to his ear. So he wasn't annoying anyone. So he wasn't watching the video. He was listening, which is fine.
And he was how do you say? I have my lack of vocabulary.
Say it wrong, and then we'll see if we can fix it for you.
He was doing like he was taking a phone call, like
Yeah,
he was
correct.
listening to us, say yeah, sure, yeah, Sunday, perfect. And he was like, yeah.
He was
How,
talking
how
to
do you call
himself.
that?
Talking to yourself. I don't know. Acting.
Acting weird. Yeah. So what I want on my phone,
he wasn't talking
because
back. He wasn't talking back.
he was thinking that he's a very good listener.
Yeah. See you, Brian. Have a good day.
Yeah. Hey, bye, Brian. Imagine people looking at him and saying, he's a really good listener. Like, really? That's
Yeah.
1 hour of listening. Yeah. He's great.
Hey,
great listening.
red lights. Don't crash the crane.
Please. Right. Only crash with the crane the things that are intended to be crashed with the crane, please.
Yeah.
Crane responsibility.
Wrecking ball.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Diamond body. Yes. Well, the next thing that I want on my phone, or I would want on my phone, not all of them at once because it would be huge, but a very insanely large lens.
So with a mount, so you'd have some form of bayonet mount, or inbuilt.
Having like this side of the phone, this entire side, sensor in here, and all of this lens. You want to take a photograph? Clack.
I see.
Insane. Something 12. I did on my notes. I have a 12 135 millimeter lens. Something that can go very wide and very far. Telephoto, wide angle, everything. Like how much? Like this, click, photo, click to the pocket. That's it.
You do realize your dual phone, mega lens, hollow for speakers, whatever. You're now carrying like. I don't know. I can't even think of a device that's that size now. Maybe a couple of Apple Newtons next to each other.
Vintage. I need a bell. Vintage reference. Cling, 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 cling. I need a vintage reference alarm.
Sam, 3D scanner for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. That's not on your list. I'm looking.
No,
it's not on your list.
Because that's
software.
I'm not. No. It's not only software because this one I think it has a 3D camera on the front.
Yeah, for your face, for the trigger.
Yes.
Jordan,
which, by the way, they have discovered. I don't know if it is in the iPhone or on the new Samsung Galaxy. You can unlock the phone with the face of an unconscious or sleeping person.
You
can kill the guy,
yep.
show the phone, and unlock the phone.
Yeah, but that's the same with a fingerprint. If someone's asleep, you can use their fingerprint.
I'm not sure about that.
Yes, because spouses were doing it to find their cheating husbands.
When they are sleeping, not
Yeah,
dead.
they unlock the phone and they
Oh
go through it.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
go
yeah.
through the
And
SMSs and
but
whatever.
but the one from Samsung is even better. The new S10, if you put a thin layer of plastic like a case protection thingy,
Yes, yes.
you can unlock the phone with any finger.
Oh my god.
Any finger. So it's like there was this researcher that said we have found. I don't want to call it a vulnerability because any phone with a screen protector is unlocked by any finger. That's kind of not a finding. It's kind of absurd
But 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 hang on. Let me just.
because the thing is they have the ultrasonic now through screen fingerprint scanner. Instead of doing optically like one of the ones that we have, or I don't know what's the technology, it does it through the screen. So if you have a screen protector and put your finger where the phone says, you can unlock the screen with any thin film of plastic.
So when you say any finger, you mean any finger from any person,
Yes.
right? Not any finger of your own.
No, any fingers from any
any
person.
anybody can
Any,
unlock it.
any, anybody.
Um,
And I'd say if you put a sausage, it
yeah.
will work too.
Okay. So
I'm not sure.
this could be very well why the Apple I don't have a screen cover on mine. I don't have a protector because my case is actually, as you can see, the lip there.
Yeah. Mine too, but I have one.
Yeah. So it typically has a hole where the thumbprint reader is. Now that could be
Says,
because it used to be a physical button. I don't know, but it's less physical now. In
yeah.
that there's no moving parts; it's electronics.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
so that's interesting. That is
But that
worrisome.
cannot be why there is a hole in your case, because still there would be a vulnerability, because if you put any films in your finger, you could unlock the phone.
I
So I don't think that's the. I think
that's not
I'm
the
pretty sure
reason.
that everybody has already tested that
Yeah,
in any other phone.
I don't think the iPhone will suffer from that. I'm prepared to actually
I
say
don't
that
think
the
so.
iPhone will
Yeah,
suffer from that.
not now, not now. No,
Um,
that flow is from Samsung.
yep.
Yeah, yeah. I have more laser pointer, or maybe something more powerful. Why there is not a shining laser on a phone? It's futuristic.
Tell me the purpose. Are you talking about like the keyboards, where it shines the
No,
keyboard?
laser
You actually
pointer.
want a laser pointer?
Shine a laser with my phone.
Man,
That's a torch.
your day job is so different to mine.
Why?
You need speakers in your phone. You need a laser pointer. You need two screens. Okay,
But
I,
it's not that I need them. It's that every single phone is it's not even a complaint. It's a cry. It's a cry for excitement. Like, I don't want to go. If you go to a phone shop now and they remove every sign and they lay flat all the phones on the desk, they are all the same. Every single one of them is a black rectangle made of glass.
yes.
That's sad. With cars, every single car is the same, but at least you can say which car is which
Well,
from
I
outside.
was about to say the same thing about cars. They're all essentially the same.
But the other day I was on Saturday. I went to the hardware shop, and I saw on the parking lot a Gran Torino.
Yep, an
I
old
could
one,
say the original one.
vintage.
Vintage reference. Yeah. So that was different.
Yeah.
And if you go now and for example, the Toyota EQ, the tiny one, or the Nissan Cube, those are different cars.
Mm.
If you are looking for a different car, you can get a different car.
Did you happen to see my tweet from last weekend, where I went to three car parks in shopping centres, There,
Oh yeah.
there was a Lamborghini wagon at the hardware shop. There was a McLaren, I don't even know what it is, MP, whatever, McLaren something at another supermarket, and there was a hotted up Merc at another one.
Yeah.
Um,
But if you have if you want something, if you have lots of money, if you want to buy something weird, you will find it, something that is different.
of course.
But with phones,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can't buy something that's different. Something
Have you
that's
seen
different doesn't exist, is what you're saying.
have you seen Simon Geertz truckla, Tesla truck?
Yes. Yeah.
Simon Geertz?
Yeah.
Simon.
Simone
Yeah.
Gertz.
That
Gertz. Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of yeah. There are lots of boring electrical cars, and I want an electric car, and I want a pickup truck. So I will make my own. But
Correct.
with this damn thing, I cannot kind of cut and put. I
Um,
can.
what's the guy? What's the guy who lives in China that actually upgrade
Strange part.
strange parts? There we go.
Yes, yes. I want to marry him.
He would
Yes.
marry him. Very good. Um,
Or at least inherit his kung fu.
yeah. The chat is slightly mocking you now. Ivan wants
Oh,
everything in one device that he carries around on a backpack.
yeah. Why not?
Well, why don't you just carry a bloody
But,
computer with you?
but the thing I do.
I
But
know.
the thing, but the thing is, uh, I'm not talking about having all the features on one phone.
Oh, so
But
you didn't
have some,
specify that.
yeah, but some of them could be on the same phone because if you have to have it a little bit larger because you want some decent speakers and a bit thicker because you want a bigger battery
Yep.
and maybe a little bit tougher, that's a better phone.
Oh, I totally agree. I think Apple has screwed the pooch on laptops, for example. They've removed all
Yeah.
the ports. I don't want it thinner.
No,
I want the functionality.
but the thing is, if you ask your clients, because the thing that wins me every single time about Mac computers is not the Mac computer.
No, it's the
I
OS.
would I would pay good money to have the OS on another computer.
Correct.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Fakir.
I don't give. It's weird how concerned is the rest of the world about those words.
Yeah.
I don't really care about the computer itself. I'd rather have other computers that is not, but the OS. So the thing is, if every single of your clients or your customers is saying, I will pay more to have more ports. If you had two versions of the MacBook Pro, one with ports and one without ports, the one without ports would not be sold at all.
Correct.
Nobody will buy it.
Yep.
Even if it is thicker. How much thicker does it have to be to have a USB port? How much?
Not much.
2 millimeters.
Yeah, not much.
Uh,
Anyway,
They are trying to-
back to the phones. So we can't tell them apart.
No.
There's nothing unique really about the technologies.
and there is nothing extra useful on them. Like if you have a car, like let's say that you like to go biking, you maybe can put a bike rack in your car,
Yeah.
or buy a van,
Mhm.
or put a trailer. But with this, you can do nothing. So
The only thing that adds functionality is maybe a gimbal or a Steadicam. Depends on the utilization.
Yes.
Microphones.
Yeah, but then-
if you're doing
but
all-in-one
then the-
recording.
yeah. Could be.
But
I have more.
it is a very narrow field that I'm talking about.
And the gimbal, in a gimbal, the phone is the accessory for the gimbal, not the other way around.
Yeah, true.
But
Okay.
yeah. Have you seen the next one on the list? A 10-watt torch,
Uh,
an LED flashlight that
I-
is at least 10 watts, something insane. Have a huge battery. But see at night, you use the screen or the small torch, something that you could blind the bat with it.
Blind the bat.
Yeah, imagine here,
Yeah.
a row of LEDs, of 3 LEDs. Insane.
And they do that
Boom.
like Kit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
has to
Ging,
do
ging,
that.
ging, 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 ging.
Yeah,
Vintage
another vintage
alert.
reference. Yes.
Vintage reference alert.
Sorry to
Yeah.
all the young
I think
people here.
it's called the Larsen scanner. I think that.
That rings a bell, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine that. That would be insane
Mm. Okay.
and useful sometimes. And you will say, like, what phone is that? That's a Miranda phone because it has the row of LEDs in the front.
I used my inbuilt flashlight today. Okay, in the apartment
Me
block
too.
we live in, there's the car park for the tenants is 3 stories down, and from the street level there is a side access door to the car park. There is no light switch between the ground floor and basement one. There's lights, but there's no switch. They're assuming you're coming from the car park and out. So you press the
Never the
button.
other way around.
You press the button. You know, one of those timer buttons that it goes
Uh,
in and then releases gradually.
uh,
But not the other way around. It's like insane. That's insane.
yes, but that's stupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have to put my torch on for one flight or one set of stairs to press the
Yeah,
button to walk down the next two. Anyway, that's so
that's absurd.
10. It
But,
doesn't matter whether it's a 10-watt torch. Okay.
but you,
So what
but you have a
circumstance?
thought.
Why do you need such a bright torch in day-to-day life? I'm trying to rationalize. I'm on your side, but I'm trying to
Yeah,
understand.
yeah. If you want to record on the darkness,
Yep.
the LED light of the phone is not enough. Never enough. It's good
True.
enough to record here, but I don't want to be blind here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, if you go camping, if your car breaks down on the road and you need a decent light, uh, many times where if you need to mix signals, if you want to make shadows, whatever. Yeah.
So carry a torch because you're already carrying a backpack. You may as well carry a torch.
Yeah, but that's another extra thing that I have to have in my pocket. I don't carry my phone in my backpack. I carry it in my pocket.
I know, but remember the chat said you need a backpack already for all the things you want on your phone.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
so okay,
Add another one.
so
Yeah.
what we're now
Yeah.
inventing what 10 phones in the range, some with this option, some with this one. Can we do a build to order?
Yes. Yeah. I will add maybe because there have been attempts at making modular phones.
Yes,
But
true.
the thing is,
Google.
but I think it's kind of a constant. Every company that has made a modular phone has always done the same. I'm making a modular phone. I will release first the phones, and then the modules.
And the modules never
And
come.
by the time they got to develop the modules, they realized the phone was already obsolete, and nobody was going to buy the modules by the time they were finished.
Yep.
So it never happened.
Okay.
And there are things like a torch will not be outdated.
That's true.
It's not like camera technology or. By the way, this has what I call the funny night mode
Okay, what's that?
because it has a night mode that tells you to remain very steady while you take the photo, very still.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
It-
that's
it-
not a night mode.
Yeah. No.
That's a
Even the iPhone's night mode or whatever the hell they call it, you to get any sort of computational photography happening, you still have to have a reasonable source, and if
yeah.
you know
It cannot be a blur. Yeah.
correct.
Hey, the LG G5 had it overpriced. Okay. Yeah, if you have a camera module that costs more than 3 phones, that makes no. Yeah.
Sam's suggesting an open source hardware modular phone. No one will fund it, I would suspect.
That will never work.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree. It's a good idea.
It's a good idea. Yeah.
Da-da-da.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
I have a couple.
Yeah, go.
I have a couple of idiotic ideas here. For example, an integrated Swiss Army knife on the phone, scissors and a knife.
So this is an idiot. This is an idiotic idea, and all the other ones were not.
No.
Okay, good. All right. I'm glad we drew a line in the sand.
Oh yeah.
So,
And
which three You choose your top 3 Swiss Army knife bits that you would put on it. Screwdriver?
Uh, mm, the one that I use the most is the knife.
I thought you were going to say corkscrew, but then again,
I don't drink.
it's
No, I don't drink.
clearly not.
No, I'd say knife, scissors.
File, little file,
Maybe the file.
or,
Yeah.
or a very sawtooth edge, little saw, because the knife won't
No,
cut through something. No.
no, no. I use more the file. But yeah,
Jordan,
that
knife,
would be
file, and
nice.
pliers. Phone built by Leatherman. Well, actually,
Yeah, there is the
Ivan
next.
actually wrote Leather Phone as well as Victoria Phone.
Yeah.
So instead of
But
Victorinox and
imagine
Leatherman.
this: a partnership between Leatherman and Samsung, and make a phone that is as nice as a Samsung phone, not top spec, just nice, not the shitty one that they call the Explorer or whatever they call the ones that are more rugged, that has Leatherman tools on it. It's going to be heavier because the Leatherman tools are made from steel. Okay, it's going to be fine because it's going to probably for people that go to work with the phone and work with the phone. But that will be awesome. They will sell so many phones.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes.
I don't
I'm pretty-
agree.
Yeah.
I love you, man, but I don't
Please,
agree.
please don't accuse me. It's really don't feed the animal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Uh, uh,
Oh, this next one's
I,
good.
I yeah, because I don't remember why. Ah, yeah, wrist mounted phone. And for this one, I'm. By the way, I don't remember why I did put the next one. But this one, having the Microsoft phone that has 2 screens that you can fold, that have a very tiny SIM. Imagine one that is you get this phone like to cut it here, flip it and put it on your wrist.
Oh,
That's
so
it.
it's a curve.
Clack, 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 clack.
Like a lobster
Yeah.
tail.
No, not this. This technology already exists.
That-
It's called
that-
Velcro. This is Velcro.
That's what
No,
I thought.
yeah, but I can do Velcro. But I'm always talking about things that I might need a phone company for.
Okay.
Not all of them. The torch I can make it myself. I should do a video series about making the things that I can do from this list.
I think you should. Daffod's saying there is a case that turns your phone into a Swiss Army knife. Yes,
What?
Sam. Yes, Sam, Pip Boy, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daffod, if you know which case that is, do you want to just pop it in the chat if you can find
Oh
it,
yes,
or
please.
on Twitter,
Yes.
whenever. Obviously we can
Yeah.
Google it. You know.
Yeah. I will jump the next one because I don't remember. What
Yep.
does it mean? I'm using.
I understand the bits in the brackets.
It's in the brackets. Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah. Well, I will go with the next one. Mandatory photo taking button.
I agree.
Every single phone should have a button where no matter which state the phone is on, off, or in any app, press the button, take a photo, pop the camera up. Instantly.
I agree. 100%.
Why? Every single human that I've asked, they say this makes sense. This one has a phone to talk to someone called Bixby. I don't know him, but doesn't have a photo. Mad Monkey says no. No for the photo button. Ah, great camera. Yeah.
Camera button for sure. Thanks,
Yes.
thanks, Daphne.
Yes.
Accidental photos without seeing the camera app. Well, just don't share all your photos automatically.
Well, that one, none of that one is comes relates very good with the next
Yes, I know.
function.
Yeah.
Yes. Imagine the super privacy phone, one that has mechanical switches that disconnect the phone and the camera and the mic and everything. Physically disconnects the wires that go from the camera and from the mic to the phone. So you cannot accidentally call anyone or talk to anyone. Nobody will be able to listen to you. Nobody will be able to take photos of you if you don't want to. Physically.
Yeah, so break in the connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Nobody will suspect then that your phone is listening to you,
no,
which
true.
is not, because your battery lasts all day.
Yeah, yes, virtually. Yeah.
That's kind of the best evidence of you not being spied on. Is Facebook listening to my phone? No, because your Facebook apps hog battery like crazy. They are unable to do that.
What's going
Sorry
on?
for the.
Is someone on
I
your
hope they are.
roof?
No, maybe someone is calling to my door. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Jordan, he double taps his lock button, the camera opens. I double tap my lock button and my credit card payment gateway opens.
Yeah. What? Yeah. If you double tap the lock button, your camera opens. When your camera opens, you take a photograph, and by then, the links has already
Has gone. Yes, exactly. That's why you need a button that says "Take it now." I don't care what's
yeah.
happening. Take it now.
Photo. Yeah.
Yeah, photo.
Yeah.
Exactly. 100% agree.
Yeah. I wouldn't even mind to have a 17th camera that is pretty shitty but can take photos really fast.
Oh, okay.
Like the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh ones be really good. Like the 10 millimeters telephoto, mini photo, super photo, rocket photo, and then the one that takes photos, because I don't know where we are going to stop with the number of cameras.
Yeah, sure.
The most that I've seen has been 4, and there is one experimental phone that has I think it's 16. I'm not sure.
What, 16,
Yeah.
16 cameras or 16 lenses?
It's
Or,
the entire pack full of cameras.
oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
G'day, Jim, from the Edge of Tech. Sam is in the chat too, Jim. Sam Taylor. And I forgot to say hi to Ryan, Mr. B.
And I have more. A mechanical button to mute the phone.
Now,
Something that
are you talking mute audio coming out or audio coming in?
Inability to make any sounds.
Oh, like include
Physical.
physical,
Like if this.
like that one.
Yes.
But
yes. Yeah. Can you can the one that you can see is it locked? Yes. Then the phone will not make any noise. No matter if someone calls me or if I'm watching a YouTube video, it will make no sound. Basically disconnecting the speakers.
yeah, so this one, I don't think the camera's going to pick it up. Looking for the red line. Nah, it's not going to pick it up.
Lower.
No, I'm trying to get
Yeah.
the light.
Yeah, the
there's
iPhone.
Okay, now, one caveat. Alarms still work. Alarms still play when the physical button
But I'm
is
pretty
silenced.
sure that you are glad that that's the way it works.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Except
Alarms.
except if you're in the movies on a Sunday evening and my alarm 6:30 every Sunday night, JT, reboot your phone.
Really?
Yeah, I reboot my phone every Sunday night. It's a computer. Otherwise,
Why?
because it's a
Okay.
computer.
I've never rebooted my phone.
That's fine. Well, it reboots when you do an OS update. So you have rebooted your phone. You just haven't
once a month.
consciously done it. Oh, well, then
Yeah.
once a month. I do one once a week.
Yeah. Then yes. Well, and then I have the ones that go against the glass rectangle.
Oh, this is good because I'm scrolling through. If you go
someone
back,
said spherical phone.
Sam said spherical
And
phone.
imagine how cool it would be. Wait there.
Jim, no, I'm not
I'm
floating.
running.
I'm playing with a green screen. I decided to bite the bullet, and I got the Elgato, the 2 meter wide one, not the 1.8 meter wide one, and I had to wait 12 weeks for it to arrive. I was very upset. Oh,
Imagine,
the
imagine
Sphero. Is that what it's
if
called?
your phone, yeah, imagine if your phone were like this, all screen in the outside, and that technology already exists.
Yeah. Well, is the one I'm talking about Sphero? There's one. There's a camera you can throw in the air, and it will
Yeah,
go. It'll do a burst.
yeah, but that's a camera. That's a camera that has an accelerometer and takes photos with all the cameras at the highest point.
Right.
That has been copied by all the 360 cameras now,
Okay.
because that's just a $0.1 component extra.
Yep.
But I'm talking about a phone that is a sphere, all screen. That would be awesome. Like nobody will question which phone you have,
Yep.
circular one or spherical one.
Yep. So what is the purpose? Is it just for 360? Is that what you're thinking?
Oh no 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 no! It wouldn't work for 360.
That's
That's not how it works. If you want to see 360, you have to be inside the sphere, not outside the sphere.
Oh, so when you say screen, I interchanged the word screen with lens.
Yeah, that's why I keep repeating you all screen. I'm not talking about a camera that is all lens. I'm talking about a phone that is all screen on the outside, a
Okay.
sphere.
Right. Okay.
Like yeah,
Okay.
scrolling.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Now I get it. All right. So it's a magic 8 ball, but with all the options.
yeah. Is it going to rain tomorrow? Maybe. No, no. It will know because you have the weather on it.
Jordan's got a point here. It rolls off because you can't have a case.
Yeah, because
It's smash.
I was going to say something rude. No, I think we all agreed before that phones will not break anymore. Under my ruling,
Oh
under the
yes.
ruling of King Ivan,
Yeah.
no phone will be allowed to break anymore.
Okay. That's
So,
good.
because, yeah. So I think
Miranda's Miranda.
yes.
Does that make sense to the
And there's
Americans? Is that actually Miranda? Oh no, that's when you your Miranda. You have the right to remain silent. Bloody 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 blah. But I think Miranda is the thing. Oh hello.
just give me a second because I
Yes.
think that the roof is going to fall down.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Um, Mike. Yes, it's the pull down version of the Elgato screen. The pull up one is 1.86 meters wide, which is 6 feet ish. Oh, you're Canadian, so you speak the right language. Whereas this one is 2.06. So it's pull down, and I'm going to say it's 1.8 meters ish. Oh, here I'll show you, and it's quite a soft. Oh, there you go. Yep. So that works quite well. Can I move out the way? And a little string handle.
I'm back. I
Yeah.
have no idea what was that. The
No,
handle. The
the
cats have to be loving that.
they haven't sort of got to it yet because the when and it's soft close. When you actually let it go, it spools up really quite soft and is very delicate when it. So yeah. Anyway, so there's the answer, Jim. Sorry, Mike. So what was happening with your roof?
They are doing some construction in the door in front,
Oh, okay.
and I have no idea. There are so many noises in here. I don't know what's going
I can
on.
hear that.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, but I think we should stop here. The last thing that I want to say, I've seen your YouTube video, the last one, with the film in in
Oh,
the camera.
oh,
But
kill me now.
that's a beginner mistake. Yeah, you
No,
should you know what pros do when they do that? They re-record
yeah,
everything. You
bugger that.
should
So this cheap ass Chinese camera that I did the time lapse of
uh,
yesterday. If you haven't seen it on Twitter, go have a look.
link Link down
I'll link
below,
it in. Um, I
please.
I left the protective film on the lens, so
Ah,
I did a
ah,
7 hour time lapse, and it's still okay. It's just not as nice as it could have been. Um, Actually, I think I might have the link still somewhere close. Let me do something here. Do, 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 do. I think it's that one. Let-
so I will leave also the link to the Kickstarter campaign for the Miranda phone.
Yep.
It
Uh,
will it will
uh,
it will get up shortly.
I better actually click that link. Yeah, that's the right one.
Funding fu- fu- funding goal $10 billion
Yeah, yeah,
to get the first prototype started.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I just killed my chat window. Good thing we're stopping because I just closed my chat window and it's a whole
yeah, yeah.
process to now
They
get.
are saying really nasty things about you
Yeah, that's all
right
right.
now.
I'll read the chat later. All right,
Okay.
all. Thank you. I know it was a little bit different this week. We're trying out different things.
Yes.
Hopefully, you get some enjoyment out of it. And if you've got any suggestions, hit us up. We'll, you know, we'll figure it out. But all right.
Yes.
Well, we'll see you next week.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.